It's about a 50-mile drive from Agua Dulce to Marina del Rey, and I was hauling ass about 70, 80 miles an hour just like everybody else. And I was going in and out of lanes, and I was using my turn signal every time I did this, and I noticed that not a lot of other people were using the damn turn signals. What the fuck is wrong with people? You gotta use your indicators, your blinkers, your turn signals. Another story. Just this morning, got up, went out to Thousand Oaks, California, about a 40-mile drive from Marina del Rey to pick up my mother-in-law, to bring her back to the house, to spend the night with us. Same goddamn thing. Nobody's using their turn signals, their blinkers, or their indicators. I said, what the fuck is wrong with everybody? They act goddamn lazy? Or, just like the finer points I'm going to explain to Ian Hodgkins and Van Peer on the podcast about selling and fire, the same thing applies to a damn turn signal. I said, you know what? What do I need to do to help people understand what the fuck a turn signal is? So I got on my computer, I opened it up, and in the little window there, I just typed in turn signal. And it took me to a WikiHow to do anything page, like Wikipedia. This is WikiHow. I'm reading this shit directly off the damn screen from my open. How to use your turn signal. Check this out. Part of safe driving is letting other drivers around you know what you intend to do. Using your turn signals is not difficult, and it's generally required by law whenever you make a turn or change lanes. Hello! By providing a signal, you communicate to others on the road. You let a motherfucker know what you're going to do. This keeps you and other drivers safe, and it prevents accidents. Method 1. Using turn signals to make a fucking turn. 1. Locate the lever on the left side of the steering column. The turn signal is a long lever, usually black or gray in color. When moved up or down, this fucking lever will cause the light on either the left or right side of your car to flash. 2. Use the turn signal to indicate a turn to the left. To signal a left turn, wait until you're approximately 30 yards from the corner around which you intend to turn. Ensure you're in the left turn lane, then push the turn signal lever down gently with your left hand. When the turn signal locks in place, you'll be able to see a flashing arrow directed to the left on your instrument cluster. You'll also hear a tick-tock sound which clicks in time with the flashing of the light. This indicates that the signal is operating properly. Return your hand to the steering wheel and continue driving. Now, indicate a right turn with the turn signal. To signal a right turn, wait until you're within about 30 yards of the corner you wish to round. Ensure you're in the right turn lane, then move the lever up with your left hand. The series of events which follow are similar to those which occur when making a signal to turn towards the left. Once you've moved the lever up, an arrow light will begin blinking on the dashboard instrument cluster. You will also hear a metronome-like sound at regular intervals which clinks in time with the flashing light on your instrument cluster. Hello. Okay. 4. Ensure your turn signal turns off after your turn has been completed. Now, normally the turn signal will automatically turn off after you've made the turn. Now, some turns, which are at angles at less than 90 degrees, however, might not trigger the automatic suspension of the turn signal after you've made the turn. Failing to turn your turn signal off after you've completed the turn can be illegal and cause confusion for other drivers. 5. Signal your turn even if you're in a turning lane. Some traffic lanes are reserved for left or right turns only. While it might seem unnecessary to indicate you're turning when it should be obvious based on the lane you're in, use the turn signal anyway, motherfucker. Drivers who are not familiar with the area or who cannot see the signs due to multiple vehicles ahead of them in the lane will appreciate the indication as to where you're headed and could clue them into the fact your lane is for turning in a given direction. Plus, the goddamn law requires that you make a turn with your turn signal. Shit. 6. Don't turn your turn signal on too soon. Only activate your turn signal when there are no intervening streets or alleys between you and the place you wish to turn. If you turn your signal on too soon, someone might think you're turning into a parking lot or down a street, which you actually are not. This confusion could lead to an accident or to you being cut off. Now, here's method 2. Dig this. Using turn signals to merge into or out of traffic. 1. God damn, this is important. Use your turn signal when pulling out from the curb. Before leaving a parking spot on the side of the street, it is important to indicate you're about to merge into traffic. After getting in your car, activate your turn signal in the direction you wish to merge. For instance, if you're parked on the right side of the street and you wish to merge into the lane parallel to your vehicle on the left side, activate your left-hand turn signal by pulling down on the signal lever. Check your side mirror to ensure there is space in the flow of traffic to pull out. Then turn your wheel hard to the left and accelerate gently. Return the signal lever to the neutral starting position by pushing up gently on it. Now dig this one. This is real fucking important. This is a merge onto a highway. Get on a highway with your turn signal. When merging onto the highway, accelerate quickly so you can attain the speed appropriate for highway driving. About halfway down the on-ramp, flick your left-hand turn signal on. This will demonstrate that you want to get over. But remember, you do not have the right of way when merging. Be careful when merging into high-speed traffic. Let me read this sentence again, because every one of these motherfuckers out here in Los Angeles thinks just because they're in the merge lane, they think they got the right of way, and they start cussing at you and flipping you off and honking at you and going crazy when you don't give them the right of way. Once again, God damn it, here it is. When merging onto the highway, accelerate quickly so that you attain the speed appropriate for highway driving. About halfway down the on-ramp, flick your left-hand turn signal on. This will demonstrate you want to get over. But remember, motherfuckers, you don't have the right of way when merging. Be careful when merging into high-speed traffic. Here's a little psychology for you. This isn't on the page, but the people that are already on the highway, those people have the right of way because they're already on the highway. Since you're trying to get on the highway, you must merge or yield to them. Speed up like a motherfucker, slow down a con hair, whatever it takes to feather in. Just remember, you do not have the right of way when you merge in. They do. Fuck. Exit the highway with your turn signal. This is a big one, folks. If you need to get off the highway, position yourself in the far right lane on the highway. If your exit ramp is on the left, position yourself in the far left lane of the highway. Turn the appropriate turn signal on when you're about 100 yards from the off-ramp, give or take. Do not slow down as you approach the off-ramp. Only modify your speed and adjust your turn signal once you're on the off-ramp. God damn it. Here's one. Indicate when you wish to change lanes with your turn signal. Hallelujah. This is what I'm fucking talking about. On the highway, if, for instance, you're in the right-hand lane and you want to change the left lane, you can do it easily and safely by employing your turn signal. First, put your turn signal on in the direction you wish to go. To move into the right lane, push your turn signal up to let others know you wish to move to the right. To move into the left lane, push your turn signal lever down to indicate you wish to move into the left lane. Activate the turn signal at least 5 seconds before you wish to change lanes. That's going to give or take a little bit. Don't switch the signal on for just 1 or 2 flickers. Place it in the locked position just as you would when making a turn. That's the middle of the road. Just make sure you give a signal. If it's all clear, turn your wheel slightly toward the lane you wish to merge into. Once you're completely within the boundaries of the lane, move your left hand to your turn signal lever and switch it off. Do not cross multiple lanes of traffic with a single activation of your turn signal. If you know you need to cross many lanes, give yourself the adequate time and space to do so. Plan your lane merges ahead of time. So when you turn your signal on, you can't cut across 3 fucking lanes. Go to 1 lane, check your rearview mirror, employ your signal again, get to the next lane, turn your signal on, look in your rearview mirror, and so forth and so on. It's pretty damn easy, folks. It ain't hard to do. I was doing some history research on the turn signal. I believe the turn signal was invented, give or take, around 1920, and then they became a standard goddamn features on an automobile. Back in the day, when was the first car invented? 1903, 1908, whatever it was. Model T. They didn't have no blinkers back in. They barely had some headlights. But that little stalk on the left-hand side of your steering column, up to the right, down to the left. I gave you the particulars on WikiHow. You know what the fuck you're doing. Don't be a prick. I got a goddamn Range Rover that I lease. I got a 95 Ford Bronco. I got a 2003 Ford Focus. It don't matter what car I'm driving. I don't consider myself too good, too cool, too much of a hot shot, too arrogant to use my goddamn turn signals. 'Cause I let a brother and a sister know what direction I'm going. You hear me? I don't think that's asking too much. If you use your turn signals, and we all use our turn signals, and I'm using my turn signals, hey, there'll be one less wreck on the goddamn highway or one less wreck in the city in which you live. It ain't that goddamn hard.